What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mount Mograph. Sorry I haven't put up a video in a while. I've actually been a little bit under the weather, so I thought I'd just get better before I tried to talk into a mic and everything like that. So anyway, today's video is kind of cool. It's going to look a little cheesy. I'll throw out that warning right now, but there's totally some cool effects you guys can learn. So this is going to be called Summit 29 Gooey Layer Rip. So check it out. So as you can see, we got this alien head that pops up and rips apart, and so I'll be showing you how to use a Turbulent Displace effect to get this really nice looking hand-drawn effect. I'll go over some quick Illustrator workflow tips just to create these really quick illustrations and this nice shadows really easy, and then I will show you how to get this actually really nice looking like material tear inside After Effects with no plugins, and this can be used for a lot of other more like nice looking graphics. You know, this looks a little cheesy, but I did it on purpose. But you could do this for like ripping letters apart or really ripping anything apart. But I think it's a nice effect, and it's a pretty fun video, so I hope you guys like it. Let's just open Adobe Illustrator, Command N to create a new composition. There we are, 1920 by 1080 if you didn't know that. And we're going to go up into our window and select our Pathfinder, and that's going to also pop up over here. And let's go and also grab our align if that didn't pop up, and I'll just have these right here because they're very helpful tools when you're just trying to do some quick illustrations. So let's just go and grab an ellipse tool, and we'll just draw a quick circle here. And what we're going to do is, let's just find a nice little color scheme. I'm going to work in the compound color. You can really work with anything you want. So I'm going in compound 2, and I'm sure this will look fine. Normally these work out great. So I'm just going to, with this circle selected, Command C, Command F to copy and place, and I'll just scale it up a little bit. Actually, I'll select both of these and get rid of my stroke on the outside. That looked stupid. So I'll just select these and center them in the composition. And then this is actually a little bit big. There we go. I mean, this is just, we're going to do a real quick kind of junky illustration, but it should at least give you guys some ideas. And that is the whole point of this video. So that's all centered. I'm going to merge those shapes together. There we go. We got an alien head real quick. What we're going to do now is just grab a rectangle tool. And first we're going to make sure this is centered in our composition. And just with our rectangle tool, just drag over it until it snaps to the middle. You'll get a little green dot like that. You guys probably know that. And then I will just do Command C and Command F with my rectangle selected and just drag it over to this side. And then, this probably doesn't make sense yet, but so then I'll copy my head. I'll do Command C and Command F, and now I will just cut out the layer, and then I will cut out this layer. Whoa, that did not work as expected. Let's try that again. Basically, I just wanted 2 different color tones for this dude's head, so that actually worked better. You guys probably caught that. It's not very exciting, and it's not very hard to do. Basically, I just have these 2 different colors, so I can just do this and make one side a little bit of a different color. So that looks good to me. Now I'm just going to zoom in and create the eyes real quick. I hope you guys were able to follow that. Sorry, I just was clicking around too fast while I was trying to talk, and just some weird stuff happened, but nothing too crazy. So that hopefully wasn't too bad. So I will just create some quick eyes here. Command C and Command F to paste in place. And I'm just going to add some really quick little like eye glows. I don't know. Just to make the illustration a little bit more interesting. Not too fancy. So just do that. That looks fine to me. Nice little alien head. I'll draw a quick eye. Or an eyebrow. What do you call these things? I don't even know if aliens have eyebrows. But like I said, this is kind of like a fun, stupid video, but there's some cool effects to learn. It's nice to do that every once in a while. No pressure on high-end motion graphics or anything like that. So that's good. Just find a color that works all right. I'm cool with that green. So let's just go and create a mouth real quick. So I'm going to grab a ellipse tool and draw a circle. Center that in my composition, press A to bring up my selection tool and delete this top anchor point, press P to bring up my pen, and I'll just group these anchors together or draw a line between them. Then I'll scale this mouth up a little bit and just place it in a better spot. And maybe I'll make this a dark purple looking mouth. Here's how you can create some really quick shadows just for objects. If you do Command C and Command F to paste in place, and then Command F one more time, so you have 3 copies all on top of each other, and drag one of the copies over like this. You grab that copy and the copy beneath it and go and grab this minus front on your Pathfinder, and it'll cut out that layer, and then you can just make it a darker color. So as you can see, now we have a really quick shadow. So that's a nice little trick just for really quick motion graphic stuff. So I'm just going to duplicate this eye here, drag it over here, and right click, go to transform, reflect, reflect vertical, press OK, and maybe just put that a little bit better. There we go. We got an alien head. It's not too fancy, like I said. Maybe we'll put a nice little, like, I don't know, make it look like he has, what am I trying to say here? Make it look like he has like a shirt or a turtleneck or something on. So I'll just put this in the back, press P to bring up my pen tool, and press Alt to bring up my convert anchor point tool, and just click that to get a diamond. And then I'll hold Alt and drag this out to scale up equally on both the sides. Whoa, what did I do? And maybe just lift this up. I don't know, just to make it look like he has a little bit more going on. It looks like he has a shirt on or something. He's a very happy alien, actually. Go figure. All right, so now that we got our alien made, let's go into our layers, and I'm just going to call this alien head. Makes sense, right? And create a new layer, and I'll drag this beneath our alien head, and I'll just make this into a circle and put this around our alien. Maybe scale that down a little bit, and I don't know why I just decided to put him in a picture frame just for like extra elements in this. It just seemed kind of boring otherwise, so that was just a stupid design decision. You guys can do whatever you want, you don't have to do that. I just did because I thought it looked a little bit more interesting. So just find a color that works for that background. I kind of like this lighter green, so that's cool. And let's duplicate this layer, so Command C and Command F and Shift and Alt, and we'll just drag this up a little bit. And do Shift Command back bracket to send this layer to the back of our composition, and just pick a kind of a different color, and we'll do that shadow trick. So do Command C and Command F twice, and then just drag that top layer over and grab the layer beneath it and do minus front, and then we'll just pick a different color to get a really quick and easy like shadow. And that actually looks junky. Let me redo that. So I'll do Command Z a couple times. And I'll just drag this and try to get a little bit more here. Maybe even scale that down. Yeah, normally that effect works a little bit better. I'm not really planning anything out here, just kind of clicking as randomly as possible. I still didn't like that. Sorry guys, trying to talk too much as usual and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So I guess we'll just leave it with this. He looks kind of like that commander guy from Star Wars, actually. Maybe a little bit, kind of like a cartoon version. So let's create, I'm going to call this picture frame here in our layers, and we'll be right into After Effects in just a second, so hold on. And then I'll create one more layer, call it background, and go up and grab our rectangle tool and just draw a background. And let's just match this color to, I think a dark purple looks good. That looks cool to me. Okay, so we're just about there. We just got to create this alien head in the background, or this like the second head. So we're going to duplicate this alien head layer just with this little menu thing here and drag that underneath, and I'm going to call this bad alien, and I'm going to hide this top layer, and we won't see a difference because it's a duplicate, but I'm going to zoom in, and basically I'll just go into my color palette here, and let's just pick some darker colors, I guess. I'll change it to a purple tones, or maybe like pink. Okay, that looks good. And I'll just kind of make this look like the evil version of him, just for fun. So I will just maybe scale this up and make it like a cat eye or something. I don't know, a little creepy. Not really creepy because it looks like a cartoon, but we'll just go for kind of a surprising style or something a little different. So maybe grab this and tilt it so he's got some angry eyebrows. That looks fine. And we'll make these darker. We'll grab his face here and flip it upside down so he's angry. Delete this shadow, and let's make some teeth for him. So I'll just grab this rectangle tool, we'll rotate this 45 degrees holding shift, get some teeth, make them white, and and then just put a couple in there just to make it look like he's vicious. Yeah, I asked in a couple videos ago if this was even helpful for people to watch, like the building stuff in Illustrator, and some people said yes and some people said no, so I decided to stick with it at least briefly and just kind of breeze through stuff. So if you're not following it, you can just shoot me an email or something, and I can definitely answer your questions a little bit better if this was not helpful. So I'm going to make a clipping mask with that, so just Command 7 and I'll cut these teeth in there. And then what I'm going to do is also just scale this head down a little bit because it's going to be sitting inside his other head. So we want it to be just a little smaller, nothing too crazy. There we go. So just between the two, we have Angry Alien and Happy Alien, and that is great. So that looks fine. We'll roll with it. This is good. Let's go up into our file and go down to Document Color Mode and change that to RGB and do Shift Command S or just Command S, and we're going to save this to our desktop as Alien. Okay, so that works good. Let's just go over into our After Effects and get to the fun stuff. So once you're in After Effects, do Command I to bring up your import options. Go to your desktop or wherever you saved your alien file, and we'll go to Import As, Composition, Retain Layer Sizes, and press Open. Let's double click into our alien layer, and it is all set up for us to animate in After Effects. So that was super easy. Now what we're going to do is, I just want to make sure we have our other alien head in here. Now what we're going to do here is, what are we going to do? Let's lock our background layer and our picture frame layer and just hide our bad alien head for right now. So zoom in onto your alien head, or just as much as you want to. And what we're going to do is draw a quick mask. So I'm just going to grab the rectangle tool with the alien head selected, and I'm just going to draw this over our dude until it's just about halfway over his face. It can be a little bit overlapping, and that should be fine. And then I'm going to do Command D on my keyboard and then press M twice to bring up my mask options and just set that to subtract, so it's going to get the other side. So this would be our right side alien head. Right alien, or actually, sorry, this is our right alien, and the other one is our left alien head. Man, I am a little scatterbrained today. I hope this video is still kind of cool for you guys. So anyway, make sure you have your move anchor point. I say this in every video. If you don't have it, it's in the video description, and you can just import it and dock it somewhere, but it's an awesome script. And so I'm just going to make sure I move my anchor point to the bottom of my composition here, and actually click Ignore Masks on this one because we just want it to go actually to the middle of our composition. So you'll see if I don't have Ignore Masks on and I press it, it's going to jump to the middle of our mask. So if you click Ignore Masks, whoever made this script did an awesome job with that feature. So it's going to jump to the middle of our guy. And then I'll also do this on this one. So then I will just make my bad alien head visible. And now if I were to rotate these, as you can see, it kind of tears apart. And so that is nice. So now we have that set up. Let's just zoom in a little bit, pressing plus on our keyboard here. And I'm going to grab my right alien and left alien head and press R to bring up my rotation and set a keyframe on both of those. And just go backwards to the beginning here. And I'm just going to rotate these just whatever I want. I don't know. I'm going to go 73 on both sides, maybe a little bit less actually. I'll go to 56 and 56, or 60 on that side because I don't care. And then I'll grab these keyframes and press F9 to bring up my Easy Ease. Go into my graph editor real quick. Just grab these keyframes and just do our quick little speed up option here. And I'm gonna have some expression videos. I got a lot of videos to get to, guys. So, looks like I did them backwards. So I just gotta move this keyframe over there and just change that position. There we go. Yeah, I got a lot of videos to get to. Unfortunately, I just, I run out of time. So I hope you guys can understand that. I don't mean to ignore you guys. Also, if I miss messages, Google kind of sucks sometimes with all that. So we got that first part set up. Let's do our cool little tearing effect, and then we'll get into the rest of this video. So I hope this isn't taking too long, and I hope you guys are liking it so far. What we're going to do is make sure none of your layers are selected here, and we're going to go up into our pen tool and just make a point at the bottom and drag out to get our Bezier handles, and drag up onto his cheek, and we're almost going to make a cruddy outline of him. Like don't make sure not to get all of him, but just get a decent portion of this dude. That looks pretty good. And so now what we're going to do is basically we're going to press K on our keyboard to go to our most previous keyframe. So that's going to be this one right here. And then holding Command, twirl down on your new shape layer, which I guess I'll call like Skin Tear 1. And just set a keyframe on your path and press U to minimize that and bring up only your keyframed options. And then just go down a little bit until after our heads have split. Click your path, and what we're going to do is just drag this middle one just down a bit and drag these side ones over. Maybe just position them a little differently, and we might have to tweak a little bit. So I'll just grab those, press F9 to bring up easy ease, and do a quick adjustment on our speed graph just to match our other speed. And let's see how this is looking. So it's tearing all right. Some things I want to change is right in the middle. I almost want these little paths over here up a little bit higher, just to make it a little bit more apparent that it's tearing. So I'll just fix that. That's going to look good. So with your skin tear layer selected, just go and click your fill. And let's kind of grab a like cyan color, kind of a glowy cyan. And I'm going to drag this beneath my two, my right alien and left alien head, so it's kind of sitting beneath our other layers. So now when it tears, it kind of goes like that, and that looks fine. I might even go in, just make sure this path drops down a little bit more so we can see the dude's face all the way. And that looks better to me. Cool. So now that we have that done, here is the cool part to make tears. So just basically go forward to about halfway through your tear here, and we're going to go and make sure none of your layers are selected, and we're going to just grab our pen tool and draw a couple little circles and make sure they're next to each other, like horizontal. So I'm going to click there, I'm going to click there. This is a crappy circle, it fixed itself, and just make sure they're all going to be drawn on the same layer. So don't click off them or anything like that, and just draw a couple like this. And so that's all going to be on one shape layer. So I'm going to call this tears, and I'm going to put this tear layer above our skin tear layer. And let's see, we'll just find a good spot here. So almost there. I'm just going to press F with my tear layer selected and just position it a little bit higher on my alien. Something like there. Will look good kind of in the middle. And we're going to press Command on our keyboard to twirl down all our options. Grab shape path 1, the path. We're going to grab all the shape paths, I guess, if you can find them. There we go. And then just press U, and we'll have all of these paths keyframed here. Man, I'm so sorry I'm explaining this badly today. I'm a little all over the place, you know, all the medicine from being sick. So hope you guys are following this. Anyway, I will just drag forward here, and now I will grab each of the paths, and I'm just going to draw these out a little bit. I know this is probably looking weird right now. I promise it's going to come together. So hold Alt Command, and we'll just redraw this bottom Bezier handle. We want to make like a banana shape, because that's like what a tear would look like, you know. So just drag each of these into a banana, a banana shape if you want, because why not? We're already making a kind of silly video, so we may as well go all the way and just start creating bananas, green bananas all over this dude. And just keep dragging these out and just fix them all so it looks a little bit more like a tear. You can make them a little bit weird. It doesn't have to be perfect, and we'll just see how this is looking. So let's see. Now that we have that made, what we're going to do is grab our skin tear 1 layer and go to our track mat and set it to alpha inverted, and there we go. Let's see. So that looks all right. We might want to slow this down a little bit. Just grab your tear layer, and we'll just position this a little bit farther down so we can see it a little bit better, and maybe grab those and just move the keyframes forward a little bit so it goes a little slower. So it's not perfect, but you guys are probably getting the general idea for this. I might want to maybe move these forward a little bit. Yeah, it's all about timing. I'm going to want these to be a little bit, there we go, that's looking a little bit better. Maybe even start this sooner. I don't know, this is all up to what you guys like or what you want to see. So I'll do that, and Alt back bracket to just cut that layer because we don't need it right away. And we'll see how that's looking. All right, and then I'm gonna grab my skin tear and just make it a little bit, the opacity up a little bit to 86. And we're kind of getting like a glowy looking skin. Actually, since we're making a glowy looking skin, let's grab a glow effect, and it's under stylize, and we'll just drop this onto our skin tear. It's gonna go like that, and we'll just mess around with this until we get a glow that looks pretty good. That's nice, I got a little bit of a glow. My color changed, but that's all right with me. Let's grab our skin tear 1 and our tiers is actually what I spelled it. Do Command D to duplicate these layers, and I'm just going to drag these forward a little bit on our timeline to stagger them. And then I'll go and grab my skin tear and I'll change this opacity a little bit more. I'll turn it to 65. And then on my skin tears, I'll just move this over a little bit. Press S to bring up my scale, unclick my constraint proportions, and let's just scale it up a little bit horizontally so it's a larger, different looking tear. Maybe put this over there. I might even rotate this a little bit. And there we go. So now it's looks like we have some layers of rips. Oh, that one looked really bad. Probably don't rotate it. Rotating was a really stupid idea. But that looks pretty good to me. It's not perfect, but I'm just trying to show you guys the general idea on how to make this stuff. And I think this looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go ahead and jump into our little hand-drawn effect. So grab your alien layer and drop this into a new composition. And first let's add a glow to this because it's an alien. So we'll just drag that same glow onto it one more time and turn our glow threshold way up, maybe to 95 looks good, 91, and just turn our threshold down just until you get like a nice glow on everything. Make it look all area 51-y. And there we go, we're having a nice glow effect. I kind of like that. And now the last thing we're going to be doing today is grabbing a turbulent displace on our effects. So just type in or turbulent displace. And where is this? Right here. It's under your distort. Drop this onto your alien. We're going to get some weird deformation, but we don't want that. So what we're going to do is just turn our complexity up quite a bit. Let's turn it up to 8.5, and let's turn our amount down to maybe 26, and then our size we're going to turn way down to like let's go down to maybe 8. So you'll have to just see how that's looking, but as you can see I have a very chalky looking effect, so I might even turn my amount down a little bit, and you'll just have to basically, these are how you set it up. And then the last thing you do is holding Alt, click your evolution, and then we're just gonna add a small little expression, type in times asterisk 300 to multiply it by the time, and then it's going to just it's very subtle, but if I zoom in you might be able to see, if I do a preview, it's going to kind of wiggle a little bit, make it look just a little bit more realistic, and I think it looks pretty good. So I'll just zoom out here and we'll check out our alien that we made. So I think he's cool. Very easy to make, but definitely some cool effects, like you can use this skin tear stuff or even this kind of chalky hand-drawn stuff for so much. So I really hope you guys had fun with this. I did. I thought it was a cool video, and I'm just trying to keep putting up unique videos, stuff I haven't seen around. So I hope you guys are appreciating that. If you did like this video or like any of my videos, please drop me a comment, leave me a like, and I'll keep putting up videos as long as you guys want me to. So anyway, peace out. This was Matt from Mograph, and get your learn on. Peace.